Hello, a little mo crafty friends. I am back on the YouTube channel with a cool project today. We are going to make ribbon wreaths today. And with the fall coming, I'm going to go ahead and make a Halloween one. So let me walk through some of the basic supplies, but I will have a full supply list in the description of the video. I am starting with a 14-inch wreath shape that I got at a dollar store. You can also get them at a craft store. And I'm also going to be using pipe cleaners. You'll need about 14 or so pipe cleaners, and some of them you're going to cut in half. The next thing you're going to need is some ribbon. So my choice of ribbon, I like the wired ribbon because it's super friendly to work with, and I like it to be about 2 inches to 4 inches in width. And for a 3 ribbon wreath, you're going to need 3 different colors. For a 6 ribbon wreath, you'll need 6. And so all of those measurements will be in the bio. Okay, but what I am starting with, I'm just going to demonstrate one of the sections of a 3 ribbon wreath first. You're going to cut your strips into 9-inch lengths, and you are going to cut, for a 3 ribbon wreath, you're going to cut about 48 of them total. For a 6 ribbon wreath, you're going to cut 24 of each grouping. Now, what I'm also doing is I'm actually going to be crisscrossing these in the particular bundles that I need to create. So I am starting with the orange, we'll call that ribbon A, then the black, ribbon B, and then my accent ribbon, which is the green. I am going to crisscross those in a pattern. So basically ribbon A, crisscross with ribbon B, and then down the middle, add my accent ribbon. So let me show you how that's done. Here I'm starting with the black, ribbon A, my orange, ribbon B, my accent color, the green in the middle, and then I flip-flop the order and go orange and black. I'll have a total of 5 ribbons in a bundle, and then I'm going to wrap a shortened piece of pipe cleaner around the middle. So wrap it around the middle, twist it in the back, and you're going to make about 24 of those bundles with the 3 ribbon wreath, or 12 bundles of each grouping to make the wreath. All right, so as you can see now, I have switched to a 6 ribbon wreath just to show you the difference. So I have made my bundles 12 and 12 of each, or 24 if I'm only doing 3 colors. And now I'd like to mark off on my wreath exactly where you're going to put your colors. So you're going to put your bundles on each crossbar going on the outer edge of the wreath, and then one in the middle of those sections. You're also going to put a bundle on the 3rd row in between those two, okay? Now what I'm showing here is if you're doing a 6 ribbon wreath, where to put your alternating colors. But basically, you're going to be doing an A-B pattern on your wreath. So it'll be A-B, A-B around the outer edge, and then A-B, A-B on the inner edge. So if that's an easier way for you to think about it, that's exactly how that's going. You can also freeze the video at that point to mark off your particular wreath if you'd like, and make sure you've got your bundles in the right spot. The great news is about pipe cleaner type wreaths, you're not using hot glue or anything, so you can take them off if you've got them in the wrong order. Okay, it is a good idea to fluff the bows that you've made or the bundles that you've made out a little bit before you put it on the wreath. I have tried to do it without fluffing, and it doesn't seem to work as well for me. So I like to see it all fluffed out in the way I want it. Now, I haven't trimmed the ends of my ribbon, but you certainly can do that with a decorative scissors, or you can make a little flag point at the end, whatever you like to do. So I'm just fluffing out my ribbons. Again, now I have switched to making a 6 ribbon wreath, and I have bundle A with 3 different patterns and bundle B with 3 different patterns. Okay, so get all those fluffed out, every single bundle that you have, and then we'll start putting them on the wreath shape. Okay, so starting with the wreath shape, remember the first spot we're going to start with is the outer ring, and we're going to start on the T-bar. And I'm just going to pick one of my bundles so far, and I'm going to actually pull on the little pipe cleaner on the back, tie it to the crossbar on the wreath, and then twist it, give it a little twist, and then wrap the ends underneath the wire just to make sure that it stays secure. Once you get a couple ribbon bundles on your wreath, it won't move around on you as much, but those first couple you can secure nice and tight. So as you can see, I've sort of tucked my ribbons in, and I have a ribbon on the crossbar of my first spot. Now I'm going to work in sections around my wreath, but you can also work around the outer edge first or the inner edge. If you are doing an AB pattern, you will now pick the alternating bundle, and you're going to attach that to the middle of that section. And so that's what I'm doing, twist tying that on and tucking my ends in. And that'll go AB pattern all the way around, okay? And to keep that secure, if you need to tie it to another particular wire on the shape, go ahead and do so as well. So now I've got an AB pattern started on my bundles, okay? So then just keep adding. And now we're going to go back to the A pattern and go all the way around the wreath. So once again, we're going to attach. In this case, I'm doing this one section first. This is the other side, the other T-bar side of that section. And I find that it is easiest to actually flip the wreath over and slide the pipe cleaners up underneath to get them to attach. So A, B, A pattern. And now I'll show you how this looks on the back side. All right. Now what we're going to do is attach it on the inside. So again, I'm working section by section. And so remember that we were tying it to the third bar in, and just pick a color. A or B pattern doesn't matter. You're going to alternate all the way around on the inner ring as well. So I've chosen the B pattern, and now I'm going to attach the A pattern and do that all the way around on the inside. Okay. It's up to you. How do you want to go and what you're going to keep track of the best. But I actually like to work in sections versus working all the way around the outer ring first. Okay. We flip this over, and you can see already just in one section how full this wreath is becoming. It's a beautiful color scheme. Here's an example of a 3-ribbon wreath. And this is what this would look like. Okay, I'm just working my way around section by section, continuing to flip over the wreath as I go. And I sometimes have to double check myself. I get lost on what my patterns are as well. All right, one more view of tying that onto the crossbar. As it starts to get full, it gets a little bit more challenging to get the pipe cleaners in there. Just move the ribbons out of your way. You can always fluff them a little bit later. So as you can see here, I move the ribbons out of the way, and I'm able to bring it up and through the wreath, and I can fluff my ribbons back out later. Awesome. I'll get that tied on, and then you can take a look at the fullness of this wreath. The thicker the ribbon and wider the ribbon is, the more full your ribbon or your wreath will be. So here we are, working ourselves all the way around to the end final section, and we'll show you what this looks like from the back. And we are done. This takes about 3 to 4 hours to do. And so if you want to add any other items to your wreath, you certainly can. I happen to make some signs that I'm going to add. I'm just going to show you how I attach those. So in this case, I had some twine already on my sign, and I'm just going to tie a couple pipe cleaners to the back of them, twist them on nice and tight, and I'm going to slip them through the wreath just like I did with the ribbons. So taking them upside down so you know where they're going, slip those pipe cleaners through the wires. Make a space if you need. You can always move your ribbons back. And then get them really, really secure by just twist tying them to the wires underneath. And if you need to, you can even tie the pipe cleaners to each other. Just like that. And we are set. And you are set for Halloween or Christmas or any wreath that you make. This has been A Little Mo Crafty on the A Little Mo Crafty channel. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this project.